Hey guys, this is Em, and today I'm reviewing Neil Gaiman's The Ocean at the End of the Lane. As many people seem to have noticed, I too think that this book has a peculiar feel to it, and I believe it's entirely due to Gaiman's absolutely amazing writing style. Before going any further, I also want to mention that I've never actually read any book from Gaiman before, so I was really pleasantly impressed and surprised. And before even going into some plot details, I want to read to you one of my favorite quotes from the book, which I think captures the essence of the plot. So here it goes. Nobody looks like what they really are on the inside. You don't, I don't. People are much more complicated than that. It's true of everybody. So the essential idea that I get from it is that as we grow up, we sometimes forget our childhood ideas and our childhood perspective of the world, and we can't really go back to it. But this book kind of takes us on a memory lane, and I think that's really nice because I believe that you can only appreciate this book more as you grow older. I consider myself kind of young, so even if I'm not at that point where I can't remember some things from my childhood, I still really like it because I'm a grown up now and I can't really go back to that part of my childhood self. So let's go to the actual plot. The story revolves around the middle-aged man who recently returns to his hometown for a funeral, and if I remember correctly, it's his father's funeral, and who not accidentally winds up going to his childhood home, and from there to his childhood's haven, the house at the end of the lane, and the pond that is an ocean behind it. Sitting on an old bench next to the pond at the Hemstocks farm, memories from when he was a 7-year-old boy come back to him, and we dive together into the story. This is the part when things get interesting. So, the rest of the story is narrated through the perspective of his 7-year-old self, whose name we are not given. We see the story begin to unfold with the strange death of a miner who was living in his house at that time on the back seat of his father's car, after which he meets an ancient girl, Letty, her mother, and an old woman who saw the moon being made. So these are the 3 Hemstock women who live at Hemstock Farm. From there on, a series of captivating, strange, and dangerous events weave together to create a world of wonder and magic. We learn of the dark, ancient forces that lurk in the pockets of the world and that they are better left undisturbed. And here I'm gonna give you a spoiler. One of the darkest creatures that the boy encounters is a beautiful but monstrous housekeeper. The Ocean at the End of the Lane also deals with dreams, the effect of belief and reality, and forgotten things, like things every child knows, but every adult has forgotten. Another one of my favorite quotes goes like this. Grown-ups don't look like grown-ups on the inside either. Outside, they're big and thoughtless, and they always know what they're doing. Inside, they look just like they always have, like they did when they were your age. Truth is, there aren't any grown-ups, not one in the whole wide world. I could read quotes from the book all day, but I think you should just go read the book yourselves because it's really nice and I don't think I can do it justice. I also want to mention something interesting, and it's related to the 3 Hemstock women. Since I love fairy tales so much, I also like the parallel that Gaiman created between the Hemstock women and the 3 central fairy tale characters, which are the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And I think that these 3 kind of complete the child narrator perspective because, well, the child has an innocent perspective of the world. These 3 bring older than time wisdom and knowledge, and I think it's really really essential to how the story evolves, and especially how it ends. This is kind of all I can say without giving away all the best parts. Overall, although it kind of took me a while to get to and through this book, I think it's a rather quick read, and I recommend it nonetheless, even to those who, like me, haven't read anything from Gaiman until now. Okay, so thank you all for watching, and I'll come back soon with another review.